the gun to me and my daughter-in-law, and then they told me to come out here without my clothes on. I was short only, and then they just handcuffed me right there.
And watched everything?
Yeah, my grandson watched everything. After they took me, he was crying, looking for me. Any clothes on, unless only the blanket, only my grandson's blanket, covered me, take me out there to the car. They didn't say anything that was wrong. And then suddenly, they tried to take a photo of me, but I didn't want to, right? And then they drove me all the way to Minneapolis, I don't know where. And we stopped middle of nowhere. And then, so my son grabbed my ID, showed it to them. They just said, okay, you're good. So they freed me. And they didn't say anything. They didn't say sorry or anything. They just, okay, you're good. They just left. That's about it.
I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, ladies and gentlemen. It's a U.S. citizen you just heard. Been here since he was 4 years old. Became a citizen in 1991. His name is Chung Lee Scott Thao. He's Laotian. He's a citizen. His mother came here because during the war, check this out. During the war, his mother nursed injured American soldiers, so she was allowed to come to this country. She brought him here with her, and he's been a citizen since 91. Kicked in his door. Kicked in his door. No warrant. Masked up. Guns. Dragged him out. No shirt, shorts, and Crocs. With snow coming down on the ground. Just took him away. Took him away. But I'm a Constitution, Shelley. I'm a constitutionalist. I believe I'm a patriot. Took him away. Just took him away with his children there. He was sleeping. No shirt, shorts, and Crocs. Kicked in the door and dragged him away. Realized they had the wrong guy. Didn't look like anything like the guy they were looking for. And brought him home and left him to go. And as the man said, this is when you know people are making a huge point. He said, they didn't say anything. They didn't even say sorry. That should trouble every single card-carrying American listening to me right now. They didn't even say sorry. Hey, man, we apologize, man. We got the wrong... Dude, sorry about that. Can we do anything for you? Can we get you a cup of coffee? Can we put your door back on its hinges? But you support this. Forget whether you support it or not, because many of you already do. You're blinded by loyalty and I don't know what else. I don't even want to say what else, because I probably can't say it on the radio. But you're okay with this. Let me read to you the New York Post coverage of this. A grandfather has spoken. No, that's not it. Where is it? Here. A U.S. citizen was dragged. This is the New York Post. A U.S. citizen was dragged out of his Minnesota home in his underwear by Immigration Customs Enforcement Agency agents during a search for two sex offenders who allegedly lived at the property. Let me stop right there, because there's going to be a whole bunch of right-wing people saying, well, they were searching for sex offenders, but the sex offenders weren't there. So let me get this straight. Constitutional loving American citizens. You know, those of you with a placard on your car that says, "Don't tread on me." Allegedly, there were two sex offenders there. So you believe it's okay for the federal government, not local law enforcement, not the police, federal agents can kick in your door with mask on, drag you out of your house with no clothes on except for shorts and Crocs, take you to the middle of nowhere, check your ID, and they say, oh, okay, no, I'm sorry. They didn't say we're sorry, and just bring you back and drop you off. Americans believe that's okay. I just want to ask you, Americans in this great country, the greatest country to ever live, you think that's okay because they were looking for allegedly 2 sex offenders. Oh, yeah, Shelley, well, you know, his daughter was married to one of them. Oh, okay, that's fair. Were they there? Was the 60-year-old man one of them? Because I'm sure his daughter wasn't married to a 60-year-old grown fat man with gray hair. So why'd you drag him out the house? And by the way, where was your warrant? Oh, Shelley, you know, it's the feds. You don't need a warrant. Okay, let's go down that list. You don't need a warrant. Okay. You're going to hear conservatives. You're going to hear people who call themselves conservatives who will tell you that this is okay. And you will say, yeah, that's right, it's okay. And all I ask you is this one simple question. When the Democrats take over, let's say, I don't know, Gavin Newsom. Let's call out a Democrat candidate. He becomes president. And the law says that if you're a felon, you can't own a weapon. That's what the law says. The Second Amendment doesn't protect felons from owning a weapon. Now, you can make the argument that I've served my time, but the law says when you fill out that form, have you ever been convicted of a felony, you can't own a weapon. So let's say Gavin Newsom rolls out the ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. And they kick in your door because you're not a felon, but maybe your 22-year-old son is a former felon and he owns a weapon. He's on a registry and they kick in your door and drag your son out the door. What will you do then? You will scream bloody murder. I have a right to. No, your son doesn't, sir. We're coming to take your son's gun because he's a felon and he doesn't deserve to own a gun. You want to come with him? As a matter of fact, we don't know who you are. We don't care who you are. We don't want to see your ID, so you're both coming with us. And we're going to drag you out of your house. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to march you right past your little bumper sticker on the back of your little Ford 150 that says, "Don't tread on me." This is Shelley Winter Show, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. And if you think for 1 second this is not impacting or going to impact the midterm elections, you are a jack. I'm sorry. We'll be right back.